Hello, my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video. Well, if you can obviously tell by the title of this video, I have a challenge for you noble band of outlaws and any other backwoods cutter or sword channel that happens to see this video. I call it the 2020, hashtag 2020 Outlaw Samurai Bottle Cutting Challenge. As you can see, I got a list of rules here. Very important. Now, when I designed this challenge, I wanted it to be challenging, but also to have a little bit of breathing room for people. Because as I thought over it, the characteristics of this challenge, for lack of a better word, are actually fairly challenging. I'm not even sure I would be able to fully complete it. But I don't expect any of you to take a challenge and not expect me to do it, because I will do it. I have more than enough bottles saved up. But as for right now, it's rainy outside, and if I don't upload the challenge video right away, don't worry, I will do it. It's just that I have a backlog of videos that I need to upload. So it might the challenge video might get pushed back a week or two. But I will do it nonetheless. I give you my word. Okay, the rules for this challenge, fairly simplistic. You must cut 20 bottles in 20 seconds. Now you can cut any kind of bottle you want. Soda bottles, plastic beer bottles. I'm looking at you, Seth. Not in a bad way, it's just that I've never seen plastic beer bottles. You can cut Lipton bottles, which will probably be the thing that I'll cut most of, Lipton tea bottles. Water bottles. Basically any form of plastic bottle, even an oil bottle. You are allowed up to 30 seconds. 30 seconds. If you cannot cut them within the first 20. I was going to give 25, but I thought I'd give a little bit of a leeway. Because as I said, I'm not even sure that I would be able to do this the first time around. So I thought I'd give a little bit of a leeway. However, Rule 2 is a little more strict. You cannot use a knife or a machete. It must be a sword. The reason being is that a knife or a machete, they're very light and they can cut bottles extremely well. And this is a challenge. You just don't want to be like stack bottle, machete, stack bottle, machete, stack bottle, machete, boom, done. It was like 3 bottles in like 2 seconds. I decided to use a sword because they're heavier and it's a lot more of a challenge. Now, not to say that you can't cut 20 bottles in 20 seconds with a sword, especially if it's a light sword. I don't give any specific weight requirements. I'm not going to go into like full detail. Just as long as it is a sword. The only requirement I'll give for a sword is that you must be able to put at least 1.5 hands onto the hilt or the grip. So you can use a bastard sword, a long sword, a short sword, just as long as it has in the terms of a katana, just as long as you can put 2 hands onto the suka, or if it's a European style sword, as long as it is of sword length, and you can basically put 1.5 hands on it. Gripping the pommel is included in that measurement. So an arming sword, if you can grip the pommel, you can use it. And here's a little bit of a kicker. You must wear the sword on your back. You must be able to draw the sword from your back at the start of the challenge. The challenge starts as soon as you put the first bottle on the cutting stand. Drawing the sword does not count as the beginning of the challenge. It starts as soon as you put it on the cutting stand. and you must be able to return said sword to the sheath at the end. The challenge ends when you've cut the last bottle or your maximum 30 seconds runs out. So what I mean by that is you should be able to draw the sword, okay, slice up the bottles, and then once you've hit stop on the timer, return the sword to your scabbard. Again, this is a challenge. And to prove that you've performed the challenge, not that I don't think any of you wouldn't do this, it's just a show of proof that you must put in the title description, so either in the actual title itself, preferably, or in the description, you must put hashtag 2020 Outlaw Samurai Bottle Cutting Challenge in the description below, or as I said, in the title. There is actually a bonus challenge to this. A bonus challenge. And that is, you're not required to do this challenge. I just thought I'd throw it in there as an extra little bonus, where you have to be able to draw the sword and resheath it 20 times in 20 seconds. Now, I know that challenge might seem nearly impossible. Again, you have to do it from your back. So, I'm going to redo the bonus challenge. The new bonus challenge is you must be able to draw the sword and resheath it as many times as you can in 20 seconds. Now, the bonus challenge is not going to have its own separate video. If you choose to do the bonus challenge, you must put the bonus challenge in the same video as the cutting challenge, but at the end of the cutting challenge. And put into the description, this isn't a hashtag or anything, but you must also put in the description, bonus challenge completed. Again, this is not a hash, it is not part of the main cutting challenge, this is a bonus. Something you can do just for fun. But to prove that you did it, you must put plus bonus challenge in the description, separate from the hashtag 2020 Outlaw Samurai Bottle Cutting Challenge. The prize for the winner of the challenge, and the winner obviously is whoever does it the fastest. You must also put the time that you completed the cutting challenge in the description below as well. The winner, again, I don't really have a lot of money and I can't give you a fancy prize, unfortunately, but the winner will receive the title of the fastest sword in the West. And I know for a lot of you, you live here in the eastern half of the United States probably, but it's just a saying, like, fastest gun in the West. I thought it would be cool for someone to have the title of the fastest sword in the West. But that is the challenge. The Outlaw Samurai 2020 Bottle Cutting Challenge. I hope you were able to understand all of my ramblings throughout this video. I've tried to speak clearly and concisely to you. But that's all I wanted to say. So, until next time, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe when using your weapons, and I'm out. Peace. And I hope you have fun with this challenge.